Hello and welcome to the Trade Ideas Market Recap for Tuesday, October the 14th. My name is Barry Enerson. I'm the moderator of the trading room. This is the address to get into the room, and you can log in with your Facebook or your Twitter account. Well, actually a very exciting, pretty exciting day, at least for me. Uh, the first trade actually was the swing that I did yesterday. I could sort of sum this up as the good, the bad, the ugly. If you're familiar with the old Clint Eastwood Western of I think 1966 or 7, something like that. VSR is one of the Ebola plays, and I did the video yesterday, and before the market closed, I think I finished the video with about 15 minutes left in the market, and I decided to take this trade at 348 as a swing, and I took it right in this area here. And you can see it in the aftermarket. It really went up. It got up to 446. I mean, tremendous. But this morning, because this morning at sorry, right, I'm sorry, yeah, this has actually got up to 656. And then in the morning, this is the pre-market right here. In the morning, it actually made it up to 794. Well, great news for me, of course. I mean, I'm in at what did I say, at 348, and the stock is up at 783. Problem is, I couldn't sell it because my brokerage platform was down. And I could not sell anything up until this point, right around here. So yeah, I made money. So I mean, the good, I made money. The bad is up here, and maybe the ugly is the ending. Because I ended up selling at 482, and I held on for a long time, thinking that we might have a reversal. I mean, take a look at Lake. Lake is the other one that makes these suits, and you can see what a roller coaster it had all day. I mean, okay, the open is right here, down, up, down, big rally, and now it's dropping. And who knows? The market's still got another 45 minutes left in it. But basically, I was, at this point here, I was really hoping I'm sorry, at this point here, I was hoping that we would get some kind of a rally in this, but it was not to be. And so I exited it at 482, I'm sorry, at 395 on this big down candle here. I got out at 395. So, I mean, I can't complain too much. I'm in at 348. I made, almost $1.50 on this and say 50 cents on this. So, I mean, it wasn't the worst thing, but my goodness, I mean, I had all this opportunity to try to sell some stock up here, and it just couldn't do it. Now, let's take a look at the trades that I actually took today. Now, JD let me just make this a little, there we go. So JD was a bounce play. You can see here's where I got the alerts, and it's funny because at the beginning of the day, here are all the bounces at the beginning of the day, and you can see JD is right here, 954, 2270. But at the beginning, I actually said in the room, all these bounces, they're not really working. And I should back up here because there's people ask me, they want to get my bounce strategy, and I'm perfectly willing to share it with them. But just so you know, when I get this alert, 950, 95.90, it doesn't mean, okay, I'm going to buy it right here. All that is telling me is that all my filters have been met. And the filters are a certain number of 5-minute candles down in a row. It has to have dropped a certain amount in 30 minutes. It has to, the RSI it has to be oversold. It has to be an oversold, in theory, an oversold condition. But it doesn't mean that this is magically predicting that this is the bottom. Now I have to watch on the chart to see what happens once I get this alert. Does it keep going down? If it keeps going down, that's fine, because then the bounce could be sweeter if it does bounce. But if it just kind of, moves up a little bit and then does nothing, consolidates and goes down, well, then I'm just maybe going to back off the trade. So again, I'm not just entering this trade just because I get the alert. This is only telling me that this is a potential bounce and I should be looking at it. So with JD, so here was the bounce at 2270. I think I said 95.90. Sorry, but yeah, JD is 954, 2270. So actually, it was right in this area that I would have, let's see, 2270 is right here. So I would have seen it right here. Now you notice how it kept going down. You got all the way down to 2259. So that's why I'm not saying I just hop in and buy this right away. So I waited on it. And when I got this candle here, I decided that okay, it looked and it went through the whole number. Here's 2310 and it went through the whole number. So I decided to take the trade. If it hadn't been in a whole number situation, I probably wouldn't have taken the trade because typically I like to see. I mean this is not a red candle. This is a green candle, of course. And right here is where 2287. I should be maybe taking the trade right here over this last candle. But I wanted to wait for it to get through the whole number, so I did that. And you can see I sold two pieces. 20. It's hard to see here, but it's 2353 and 2358. Two pieces. So on the way up and on the way down. And so not a bad trade. I mean, it came back down and it touched, all the way down to 23 here and then a big bounce up again. So, I mean, obviously would have been nice just to hold it the whole day, but I would have got stopped out here. So, I can't fool myself. The next one was Enoch. And I don't have it marked up here. This was just a quick one. Well, actually, it wasn't a quick one. We got in at 1365. Actually, Paul had, here are all the down candles. Got in here at 1365 on this candle here. Looked like it was going to go. Got up to 1384. Got a little greedy, and then on this candle here, I got out just for I think 1370. So just for 5 cents, and then it really did nothing after that. So I didn't put this up. I didn't put the markings on here because it really amounted to nothing. Now, the star of the day, other than my swing trade, was Dish. And Dish was also on the bounce alerts. Let me see if I can just bring that back. So Dish is right here, 10:05, 57.71. So 10:05, 57.71. So actually, here's 57.61. So right here on this candle, I received the alert. Again, doesn't mean go ahead and buy it. It just means, you know what? These are the patterns that you're looking for. This is the type of stock that you're looking for. All your filters have been met. Now, what are you going to do with it? So I wait. I wait for this candle. I wait, and nothing happened here, and it came back down, and then it touched up here again. See, it never got above that candle, that red candle at 5804 plus the whole number. Now I'm a real stickler for the stocks having to go through the whole number. I mean, do I do it every single time? Do I wait? No. But I mean, I really think it's important to let the stock go through the whole number because so many people are watching it there. So when it did go through the whole number, I took the trade at 58.12, and you can see that it just gave me a beautiful trade. I took out half at 59.13, so a little over $1 in the first half. It came back down, but it kept holding the whole number. I'm not sure if it actually got below the whole number. Let me just see here. No, 59.02, so it never got below the whole number. So I kept holding it, and then on this candle is a beauty. I mean, this was, I mean, what the low here was 59.10, and the high I think is like 15, almost 59.65, a little higher, and then it got up here. And as it started coming down, I decided to get out the last half at 59.65. So from 58.12 to 59.65, that's almost another dollar and a half, well, a little over $1.50 there, over $1 here. A great trade on the bounce play. Sky West was another one. Now this was, I had found that the airline sector was the hottest sector, and this was the best stock in the airline sector at the time. And so I started seeing it around here. So I watched this pullback and a little consolidation, and so I took the trade at 746. Definitely got greedy. Actually, what happened is right here, I think, is when I took my dog out for a walk. And so I missed this pop up here to 767, and it came back down. I had a stop in place, but not a sell. Unfortunately, I didn't bracket it. I guess I should have. But anyway, bottom line is I ended up selling it at 756 for a dime. So Could have been a lot better. If I'd been around, I probably would have sold it on this candle here and got a little bit more out of it. But you know, not a bad trade based on the best stock in the best sector at the time. And the last trade was, and this did not work out. Again, looked like a decent bounce pipe, but you know, by this time, in fact, let me see what the SPY is doing right now. I wonder if it's still positive. Barely. You know, we had a nice day. It was moving up, and maybe people thinking, great, you know, maybe this the downtrend is over. A big hit here, a little pop, and now we're just starting to slide down. And I'd say we're only, you know, 0.2% to the positive right now for the SPY, and you know, it doesn't look good. It's still again about 40 minutes left in the market, so this could turn negative by the end of the market. And I really shouldn't have taken that trade, the FET trade, because the market was weakening at that point. But you know, looked at this little pattern here, the little pull up. So I thought, okay, let's take it 24.34. I got in, and I got out at 24.16 on basically when it started going down. And it was a good exit because you know, look, it's down to 23.77 now. So definitely a good exit. I'm glad I obeyed my stop on this. So all in all, it was a really good day for me. Actually, could have been a lot better again because of the fact that my platform was down and I couldn't sell my VSR a lot higher. But you know, those are the breaks. You just have to, you know. At least the stock wasn't tanking and I couldn't sell it. You know, I mean it was tanking from a high position, but it wasn't like tanking, which would have been even worse. But anyway, uh, about 40 minutes left in the market. I'll probably spend the last 40 minutes taking a look to see if I can find any swing trades for tomorrow. I was saying typically what I look for in a swing trade are stocks under $10 that are up at least 3% on abnormal volume, say 2 to 3 times the average volume, and that are closing near the high of the day. And ideally, but not reaching the high of the day near the end. In other words, not zooming up to the high of the day. Perhaps, you know, a little bit of consolidation near the high of the day over the last 30 to 45 minutes. And but generally, I only do swings if the market is trending well, which it is not. But the reason I took those other swings is because you know these were the Ebola plays, and that sector was trending, you know, unfortunately well. So that's why I took the IBIO the day before and the VSR yesterday. So I have to see. You know, again, and that sector is kind of cooled off right now. In fact, let me see. Let me see what VSR is doing. Well, you know, it's if this can get above 450, you know, in the last hour, last 40 minutes, if it can, if from some kind of a pattern, it's possible. Even though it's not going to close near the high of the day, but it looks like it could get some strength back. So, or if it did this, it means it could get some strength back. So, I'll have to see. Anyway, a bit of a long video today, and let me just bring back the cover page. Here's the address to get into the room, and I hope to see you in the trading room tomorrow.